Good morning. Welcome to another episode of the Mareathon. It's been a while, and I'm going to tell you all about why and where we've been and address the elephant in the room and share with you what our family has been going through. I have thought of you every day since I last vlogged in January with the intent that I was going to vlog more this year. And then pretty life-altering, life-threatening things happened in our house, which I will tell you about. And I haven't vlogged since. I thought of you every day and thought about, I did consider, could I vlog and keep that out of the vlogs? Totally, yes, you would have never known. But that's not what we're about in this community. We're not about a highlight reel, and I just could not bring myself to put on a facade when that is not what I like, that's not what you like or you deserve. And years and years and years ago, like before I was a widow, things were very hard in this house. That's what I did. But it was more of like a coping mechanism and like a normalcy and a piece of a hobby that brought me so much joy to do that. And then after I became a widow, clearly I wasn't gonna be able, I wasn't going to pretend like everything was fine. And then you and I have just grown so much closer and didn't feel right. So that's the absence. I'm taking a mental health day today, minus, oh, we're off to a good start. Minus, I have class at 12:30 and I've already done a couple hours of work, but the rest of the day is going to be a mental health day. So I'll have time to sit and chat and catch you up. That's what today is gonna basically just be, a lot of me talking and telling you what's going on. And then once we've sort of broken the seal, if you will, then we can just get back to vlogging things. Because I do find joy in this and I do love it. I haven't even been watching YouTube at all. It's just, it's been a very dark season in our house, to put it mildly. And it's not over, but here I am today, showing up for you. And I can tell with this sleeve down, I can show you one thing. We got a new addition to the arm. A little self-love hug. I got that at the beginning of February. Couldn't have come at a better time. I love it so much. So then what do I put between the self-love hug and the rose? Like in that little blank space, what would you put there? Kind of want to put a word, but like I do have, it's upside down, girl power. Do I just put one there anyway? What would you put there? I feel like it needs to be like long and lean, like, you know, this sort of. Anyway, I'm already distracted. You can hear Thomas in the background. I'm about to take him to school. A big change has happened in that he now sits in the front seat. So I'll bring you along on the car ride and we'll get to talking. Welcome back. I have missed you. I have thought of you every day. They're in the front seat. Ready for school? Yeah? We'll do a cheers. Thanks. Should we go to school? Oh, you want me to put it in drive? We'll do our handshake. You just want to drive, right? Yeah? All right, we can do that. Little coffee, cheers. Calgary Starbucks mug. I bought this when I did the master class in 2019 in Calgary. So if you were there, thinking of you. Chug, chug, chug. All right. Let's get cozy, comfortable. I also struggled with sharing this because as Thomas gets older, I feel like, you know, his privacy and his story is his. And I want to honor him. And I think I've done a very good job of that in vlogging the last decade. You know, you never see him having a meltdown or crying or any inappropriate videos. But that is something I am mindful of, especially on a public forum. It's been a lot to go through. But like I said, I feel the only way to continue to vlog is to be honest with you and tell you what we've been going through. And not in a woe is us, but in a community, and maybe you have been through the same thing or you will go through the same thing. And transparency, you know, no highlight reel here, obviously. Obviously, if you've been around for any period of time. Okay. Another reason why I haven't talked about it yet is because every time I thought about talking about it, I just sobbed. And so we'll see what happens while I talk about it today. In my last video in January, I did quickly reference that Thomas had had a medical event in December, and I had posted it on my socials and said, you know, he's healthy, he's fine, moving forward. While we had hoped that that was the case, it is not. So, oh, that's so emotional. In December, unexpectedly, out of the blue, no family history, no warning, Thomas had a seizure. And he spent the night in the hospital and had a bunch of tests done, including a scan and like a brain scan, and everything came back fine. So we were sent on our way. Our Christmas break was very stressful and very hypervigilant, just watching him to see if it would happen again. And it didn't. And it hadn't when I filmed in January. And then he had another one at the beginning of February. The second one, he was at home, and an ambulance came. We went to the hospital. We were only there for a few hours and they sent us home. We've done subsequent testing and appointments. We have seen doctors and nurses and a neurologist from Children's Hospital, and Thomas has been diagnosed with epilepsy. And it rocked us, to say the least. Never saw it coming. No one in our family has it. Turns out 30% of people with autism have seizures. I didn't know. How could I? February was awful, to put it mildly, with more tests and medicine and epilepsy seizure training and just a whirlwind of terror and disbelief and trying to come to acceptance and support Thomas. I will say he has been totally great through the whole thing. He doesn't remember his seizures. He doesn't seem to have any side effects from the medicine, which I'm very grateful for. And in a future video, I can share more about his epilepsy if you're interested. I'm sure I will, as I share about his hearing loss and his autism and his cochlear implant, all the things. Yeah, every test we've done, every appointment, Thomas is such a rock star. Unfortunately, fortunately, however you want to look at it, he has been going to specialists since birth. So he's very good at appointments. But some of these tests were different ones he's never done before. Anyway, he's been wonderful. He's been going to school. I cannot say enough good things about his school team. Wow. So impressed. But I can speak to my experience, and it's been devastating. Like, just devastating. And it felt often like, oh, this is the thing that breaks me. Like, this is the thing that, you know, surprisingly, this is the thing that will take me down. Because it just felt like, haven't we been through enough? That's where I have been a lot of February. Like, when does our family just get a pass from pain and terror and like life-threatening things, which I know is valid to be there, and I also know it's not healthy to stay there. And another reason why I haven't vlogged. I just have not been mentally in a place to talk about it, or just basically needed to function day to day. It felt like this is the straw that breaks the camel's back for me. This is it. To be honest, it really has. It really has broken me. I feel the only reason why I'm talking to you today about it is I am coming to the other side of it. As I learn more about epilepsy and Thomas's kind of seizures, and we have more appointments with more specialists and things, and we pivot to a new normal yet again in this house. Like, enough's enough. We're good. We're good. I'm sick of being called resilient. I am sick of like, oh, Thomas is so lucky to have you as a mom. Like, yes, I know I'm resilient, and I know Thomas and I have a very special bond, but like, we would just like low and slow, you know? The last video I posted was called May It Be Gentle. Clearly, the universe did not get that message. So some positives are, I am incredibly grateful for the support I have from the unicorn. He has just shown up and shown up and shown up and shown up. Like, he is Thomas's #1 support, advocate, love. He's such a wonderful partner to me. I'm so grateful for him. We have just rocked this as a little unit of 3. You know, there's no fighting, there's no disagreeing, there's nothing. There's just love, support, teamwork. What can we do? Focus on the task at hand. Like, he is so committed, and I am so grateful for that man. He continues to be a unicorn. And yeah, another positive, Thomas is happy, he's healthy, he's huge. He has bounced back from both seizures quickly, and he's doing really well at school, and he's, like I said, his medicine ain't no thing. He takes it like a champ. He is steady through this whole thing. he is here, like he has taught me and continues to teach me every single day so much. He doesn't complain. He doesn't, like, he's not playing the victim. He's not leaning into any of what's happening. He is just his chill, happy car ride, driving, video watching, chips eating self. And I love him for that. He is such a blessing, that little guy. And other positives, you know, I'm grateful for the medical care we've had. I'm like, both times we were in the hospital, the paramedics, all of the hospital staff, nurses, everyone could not have treated us with more humanity and care and love, and Thomas especially. Our doctors have been great. Neurologist was wonderful. I've definitely had my fair share of not great, not trauma informed, no bedside manner experiences, and that was not the case in this at all, which I'm very grateful for. And I'm grateful that we've had so much medical attention and a diagnosis so quickly. I mean, his seizure, his first one was end of December, like the 21st, I think, or the 22nd. And his second was at the beginning of February. And, you know, to have a diagnosis in February and already see a neurologist mid-March, I am very grateful for that. And very grateful for the people in our life who show up for Thomas, the people who do respite. The unicorn and I managed to have a night away a couple of weeks ago. We stayed in town, but you know, our respite worker was like, yep, you know, I got this, like confident and happy to help, which like, and she has shown up. She's here like multiple times a week, just loves Thomas so much. He asks for her, like, could not be more grateful, you know, also for just so much of it. I'll get into that. Like, I would really like to share the trauma experience in a way that would be helpful if you have someone in your life who's going through something life-threatening, life-altering, horrific like we have, because it was very interesting to see. I think now that I'm almost at the end of my degree and I've been through my fair share of trauma, it's been really interesting to see how people show up or don't show up, how people like try to be supportive, and like what felt good and what didn't. Because I know, being on the other side of it, when I have friends or family or loved ones or marathoners who are going through something tough, it can be very unknown on how to best support and show up for someone. So I will talk about that in a future video. This one already feels super long. Anyway, so that is what I'll say today about it. Thanks for your patience. Thanks for sticking around in the Mareathon Facebook group. There was a few times where I was just like, will I ever be able to come back to you? Because this has been unimaginable pain and horror and unknown and panic and so much darkness. I definitely, it's been a dark place. A dark place. I'll also share in a future video, you know, like what has helped me through it, and is helping me. You know, today, like I said, taking a mental health day, I am going to meditate, because I haven't done that yet today, and I'll go do some sort of workout, and then I'm gonna take a bath while Thomas is at school. I just have today and tomorrow, and then it's spring break, so I'm giving myself today, it's like a me day. Anyway, thanks for listening. It's gonna be a long vlog now. I did this one yesterday and I loved it so much. I'm doing it again. And now I am running to pick up Thomas from school. And then I think we might go to IGA. I bought a spaghetti squash a couple weeks ago and finally roasted it yesterday, but we didn't have any pasta sauce or even any crushed tomatoes or tomato sauce. So I made it with peanut sauce last night, but I really wanted like a vegan meatball situation. We're gonna do that. Something I've been teaching Thomas. We've been working on his grocery shopping, which is really sweet. So he will carry the bag, he will take the items off the shelf, he'll count the items out that we need, he'll identify items that he knows. If he knows what a word is, I'll ask him to go get like bananas or cucumber and then, or whatever. And then of course he gets his after school snack, a little donut or some chippers. He is actually working on money with his behavior interventionist and like identifying, you know, $10 bill, $5 bill, that sort of thing. I thought, all he knows is this is mom's debit and this is how I tap. So I might have to start carrying cash. Yeah, it wasn't really a mental health day like I'd hoped. He was supposed to have an appointment today, but it got canceled. I mean, it was nice to work out. The bath was nice. I could really use just some like laying on the couch watching nothing TV. Hours have passed. Came home and then what did we do? We went to IGA. I did find the pasta sauce. I just got some like Classico and then I like to add some spice to it. And I had dinner and I don't have anything to show you except the leftovers. I used the Gardein vegan meatballs and they're quite high in protein and low in carbs and I find them delicious. There's not a lot of like fake meat stuff I like. That's really the only Gardein thing I do like. Makes a good meatball sub too. That used to be one of Jeremy's favorites. And talked to a girlfriend for 2 hours that we needed like a much needed checkup, check in, catch up. And then I was just about to do something that I have been loving. So ever since Thomas's first seizure, we pretty much stopped drinking just in case he had another one. But I have been enjoying taking one of these wine glasses that my friend Amber Lee gave us the day we got engaged, which is, cheers, 1 year today. She came over with wine glasses and champagne, and we had some sushi and celebrated. But I've been enjoying putting soda in a wine glass. It's been a thing. I don't know what it is. Doesn't matter what kind of soda, sometimes water. But I drink so much water that usually by this time of night I'm done. And this is my treat. This is my like dessert treat. I don't know what it is about putting pop in a wine glass, but it does it for me. I don't know why. You name it, Sprite, 7-Up, you name it. Cheers. It just feels fancier. It just feels good. Come here. I'm gonna show you how tall Thomas is. Like, look, bud. Oh, hello. Can you stand up? Well, you just want to snuggle. You stand straight. Like this is. So sweet. An interesting comment I get from marathoners when they meet me in person is, whoa, you're tall. I think I'm about 5'9". He's almost 5'8", I would say. And he's 11. I will do a video on the things that have helped me. This is one of them. Just can't drink. I think I'm gonna end it here. I have chitty chatted to you a lot today. Thank you for being patient. Thank you for making it this far into the video. Please let me know what you'd like to see, questions you have. Hello. Hello. Just vlogging. Who is she? What? What did you get me? Flowers. Some flowers. Aww.
Good advertisement for our favorite place.
Told you it's 1 year since we got engaged today, so we're gonna celebrate tonight. Maybe go back to where we got engaged.
Absolutely.
Maybe. Okay. I was just saying goodbye. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions, let me know. What you'd like to see, let me know. Thank you for your patience, and I will see you soon. Remember, life's not a sprint, it's a marathon. Take care. Bye. I can't even do my, hold on. Bye.